Hello everybody, Senior Engineer, MBA, and Investor. And in today's video, I want to talk about Mammoth Biosciences getting ready to go public and IPO. I want to talk about all of that in this video. Now, before we talk about today's video, you guys know the drill. Like this video, smash that like button, destroy that like button. YouTube algorithms, you guys know how they work. If you've not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Do subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want our videos to get to you faster. So this article, I was going through the feed. You get the best things out of a news feed, I think, in particular topics, regardless of which platform you're on. Highly advise people to do this. But in today's article, I saw that Dowdow's CRISPR biotech taps ex-Merrill banker has CFO. Merrill obviously being all about financials and being a well-established company. So this CFO that Mammoth just hired has a lot of experience in the financial world. Makes sense you're hiring a CFO, your first CFO of your private company, and you definitely don't want to hire a new hire or someone without experience. So it makes total sense that this is someone with experience. In fact, the article goes about saying that it is Elaine's son, a former investment banker turned life sciences executive who was most recently CFO of Haloenzyme Therapeutics and previous to a CFO of Sutrovax, now Vaxcyte, became Mammoth Biosciences COO, CFO last month. And I do think I made a comment on a previous video on this, but I never really made a dedicated video, so here it is. Son is the first CFO for Jennifer Doudna's co-founded biotech firm, Mammoth Biosciences, which last year announced that it had joined the ranks of unicorn startups after obtaining a financing that indicated a valuation of more than $1 billion. Son's appointment just follows months after Scribes Therapeutics, after another Doudna's co-founded biotech focused on developing genome editing technology, underscoring a new stage for two firms in the pioneering CRISPR sector. And in fact, Scribe Therapeutics actually already mentioned that they were planning to go public, but then they reversed their decision due to the market's volatility. Honestly, if I was a private company, I would not want to go public in any time soon, especially not with what's going on in the world. I would say there's a reason why IPOs are the lowest in the last 6 months of the past decade maybe. I think it's just such a bad time. We had an influx of IPOs in 2019, 2020, even 2021. Huge year for IPOs in early 2021 part. But now we're obviously hanging over from all of that, those IPOs, and private companies are staying private for a good reason, especially with the volatility you have in the markets. But again, you got to reward your insider shares, you got to reward your long-term employees, and you got to attract better talent. And you can't really do that forever by being a private company. At some point, you have to disclose and go public. That is the bad side. The dark side about staying private is that eventually you want to go public unless you sort of adjust yourself and add your expectations to remain to a certain threshold, right? The truth of the matter is you're not going to be a top company in your sector, in your industry, if you remain private. This is just the nature of the business. I can talk about technology companies. I can talk about a bunch of companies in fintech, in software, and there's so many industries that literally, if you stay private for too long, you're just gonna hit a threshold, right? And it makes sense because I think a lot of people forget that the best talent are looking for compensation that reflect their talent, right? So when you're talking about compensation, you're looking for shares in a company, and you're looking for shares that you can dilute and sell, right? Not necessarily hold on for 10 years and at a hope that eventually it will go public and you can sell out, right? You don't, a lot of good talent wouldn't accept that, right? And it is what it is. I actually think Mammoth will go public. I think it's just natural for them to go public. I sort of expected this last year I said in 2022 they'll be going public. But this recent hire to me solidified my thesis. If I had to guess, if I had to take a wild guess, I think it's going to be towards the end of this year. Like I said, market volatility is just crazy right now. And generally, when you make these types of hires, you want to take a couple of months just to adjust your papers, expectations, look at different routes. I mean, this article talks about how Mammoth didn't really say anything about going public or staying private. They're just keeping their quote-unquote options open. And I think these next months, Elaine's son, the new CFO of this company, will probably, readjust the company's vision there and sort of see if there's a necessity to go public in the upcoming years or upcoming months, more specific to us. But I wouldn't be surprised if this gets pushed to 2023. Again, Mammoth Biosciences is a unicorn company. When in the startup land, they're recognized to be one of the top companies in the genomics space. Forget about just CRISPR, just genomics as a whole, right? Biotech as a whole. So lots of hype around this company. I will be obviously covering this company a lot more in the future. But let's see how it plays out. Let's see what Mrs. Sun has to say about this company's future. Good things for Jennifer Doudna's portfolio. Good things coming for Mammoth Biosciences. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about Mammoth Biosciences hiring their first CFO and potentially going public. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you found value. Subscribe if you're not. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you.